right, so this is the next video in the account management series for the Forex Helper update, and I want to talk about this account here. Now, this account is also running trades, and let's take a look and see the profit that was made for this account. Now, there's a couple of things I want to talk about when I bring up this particular account. Let's see here. This is the profit for the day that was actually collected for this one here. So today we were able to collect $1,000 in profit for this person. And this strategy, again, is the same current market movement strategy. Two things I wanted to talk about. There is profit that was made from, if you take a look at the pattern here, there are a lot of sell-offs, especially with the commodities. You can see some of the bigger profits that were taken were from the commodities market. We have silver versus euro, gold versus euro. That was on the 27th, on Thursday. Silver, another $117 collected there. The Forex ones were a little choppy. Now, the ones that were canceled changed directions, all right, between the 27th and the 28th. Okay, sometimes you'll have that happen. Now, the good thing with this current market movement is whenever you have a variety of different trades taking place, whether you have them with the Forex or you have them with the commodities market, the good thing about this strategy is if one or two may change direction, all of them won't change direction, and that's a good thing. So you may have maybe in the batch of currencies or the batch of assets, because some of them will be commodities, and I'll talk about the other asset in the next video, which is the indices. All right, that was a big one, a big winner for us this week, and I want to talk about that, and I'll make mention about that just briefly on this video as to why that is. That has to do with the current events of our time, and that has to do with the way the world is reacting to primarily the coronavirus and how that has affected the markets. And if you turn on the media, you'll see a lot of that news. Now, from a market standpoint, we see there's a lot of sell-offs here. So we see gold being sold. We see silver also being sold. Here's gold that's being sold off. We see silver being sold off here. Here's another silver that's being sold off. The Canadian, which is very closely linked to oil. So oil is also was sold off this week. So we see a lot of sell-offs taking place, and what that resulted in our part was profit. Okay, now we do see some things that were being bought. A lot of the euros were being bought. Okay, we're seeing a lot of strength in the euro, and that's where we had profit with the euro that was being bought against the Great British Pound. Okay, a lot of the precious metals were being sold off. All right, and that's how we were able to make the current market movement indicated that to us, and that's exactly what we were able to go by. Current market movement. Okay. Platinum also being sold off. Now here we see some patterns that were taking place in the Japanese yen. The Japanese yen wasn't being sold off, but it was being bought extremely high along with the euro. So that's one of the reasons why we see here the baskets of Japanese yen pairs were being sold as a result. Okay, so I'm going to explain that for those of you who are not really clear as to why I'm mentioning that the Japanese yens were being bought. So the second part of that currency pair, for example, let's look at this one for example. So we see the Canadian dollar versus Japanese yen. So the first part of this pair, which is the Canadian dollar, is being sold. That means by default, the second part of that pair is being bought. And so that's why I say that the Japanese yen, the baskets of Japanese yen pairs were being bought, and very strongly bought, against all the other pairs that they were being put against. So by default, since the Japanese yen comes second behind this pair, that means the Japanese yen is being bought while the pair in front of that is being sold. And that's what we had also taking place in the financial markets this week. All right. And for those of you who are in account management, you may be wondering, well, some of your assets are still running trades. Don't worry. Do not worry, because there's also another part of the strategy. Like I explained in the previous video. If you haven't seen the previous video, go back to the previous video. That's part 1 to this. All right. So you can understand the aspect of strategy that's being traded on your account. Okay. It's the current market movement of the short term. All right. Aspect of the Forex helper strategy. So that's one of the reasons why you see a lot of these Japanese yen pairs that are being sold. They're being sold against the Japanese yen, which was extremely high in its buy. All right. And here we have a euro that's bought and that made profit for us as well. And so this person here made $1,000 profit for the day, and that's pretty good. And there's more profits to be made for this account as well. All right. So I'm going to close out this video on that final note. If you are interested in account management, you can definitely reach out to us and contact us. And if you're interested in any other services that we provide, reach out to us as well. And if you have any questions, you can visit us on our website, send us a message there. We also have WhatsApp, and we'll be reaching out to you to help you answer your questions and clarify any questions you may have. All right. So this is Gabriel, the Forex Helper. Happy trading. Happy investing.